The kidnap, rape, and murder of Sarah Everard sparked outrage and a national debate about violence against women in the United Kingdom. Welcome to Crime Tapes. Here we discuss both solved and unsolved crime cases. And if it's your first time here, don't forget to subscribe. With that out of the way, let's embark on a journey to investigate what really happened in the case of Sarah Everard. Today, our story comes from the United Kingdom, in London to be precise. This great world city is far more than just the capital of the United Kingdom of the Great Britain and Northern Ireland. London is bustling, vibrant, multicultural, and cosmopolitan. London is both old and new, a place where traditional pubs rub shoulders with the newest cocktail bars. In the southern part of London, we find a place called Brixton. Here, we find Sarah Everard. Sarah was born on June 14, 1987. She grew up in York, where she attended nearby comprehensive Fulford School. She studied human geography at St. Cuthbert's College at Durham University from 2005 to 2008 before moving to London and starting work as a marketing account manager. Like many graduates, she chose to live in Brixton, a popular flat share hotspot among young professionals. She worked at several marketing and PR agencies since moving from London, graduating from senior account manager to group account director between 2009 and 2020, according to her LinkedIn. On the 3rd of March 2021, she visited a friend who lived in Clapham Junction in South London. She bought a bottle of wine in Brixton Hill, where she's captured on CCTV. Later that evening at 9 p.m., she started a 2.5 mile or 4 kilometer journey back home. She called her boyfriend at 9:13 p.m. for almost 15 minutes. And at 9:15 here we can see her walking alone as she was captured on CCTV. Sarah was stopped by a police officer called Wayne Cousin. And at 9:35 p.m. a bus camera captures two figures on Pointers Road, standing beside a white Vauxhall parked on the pavement with hazard lights flashing. Wayne Cousins is thought to have been wearing his police belt with handcuffs and a rectangular black pouch similar to a pepper spray holder. Cousins used his warrant card to arrest the young woman, pretending he was enforcing COVID-19 lockdown rules, and he put her into his vehicle. CCTV footage showed Cousins showing his warrant card before handcuffing Sarah and putting her in the back of the vehicle. A passing couple witnessed the kidnap but mistook it for an arrest by an undercover officer, and that was the last time she was seen alive. After this, events quickly turned dark and really bad for Sarah. What she thought to be an arrest at first turned into a kidnapping. Wayne Cousins drove a white Vauxhall Astra he had rented earlier that day towards a secluded area where he raped and murdered Sarah just before midnight. Around 2 a.m. the next day, Cousins stopped at a service station in Dover to buy drinks. His car passed a CCTV camera near Hodswood, where Sarah's body was dumped. He visits the site twice, leaving just before dawn. He returned in the rented vehicle early the next morning around 8 a.m., just adding above 300 miles to the mileage of the car. Taking you back a little to understand a bit more about the police officer that stopped Sarah that day. In 2002, Wayne Cousins joined the Kent Special Constabulary. In 2011, he joined the CNC, Civil Nuclear Constabulary. While working at the CNC, it's been reported by his colleagues that they used to call him the rapist, as he made his female colleagues very uncomfortable. In 2015, there was a case of indecent exposure which he was allegedly involved in. In 2021, there were 2 more allegations. Anyway, back to the aftermath after Sarah's demise. As seconds turned to minutes to hours, those close to Sarah, they became very worried. Like what you would all do when you lose someone very close to you, or when you go a day without hearing from someone very close to you. The first person to report her missing was a boyfriend, who hadn't heard from her since last night. He made the report on 4 March, that's a day after her disappearance, and on the 5th of March, the case was escalated, and the Special Crime Unit became involved. Feeling the heat, Cousins decided to start covering his tracks, and the first thing he did was he called in sick, and he said he was suffering from stress. He bought gas and used it to burn Sarah Everard's body and possessions inside a fridge at Hodswood. He transferred the remains to a nearby pond in 2 green rubber bags, and even wiped out his phone data. Due to the overwhelming digital trading evidence he had left behind, and all odds making him the main suspect in the ongoing investigations, it didn't take long for officers to pay him a visit at his home to make an arrest. On March the 9th, 3 police officers arrived at Cousins' home to handcuff him, arrest, and caution him before interviewing him.
So we're here to talk to you about Sarah. I'm going to show you a picture. Do you know Sarah?
I don't know.
Okay. Sarah went missing. I'll show you some pictures of her on the day.
Okay.
Sarah went missing on Wednesday, and her parents obviously and her family are really worried about her now. The inquiry that's been conducted so far has led us to come and speak to you about it and to see what you know about Sarah. Okay. So, would you like to? Do you know where Sarah is?
No.
Right. Okay. Do you know anything about what happened to her?
I know that she went missing up in London somewhere. About a week ago or so. Just from what I got on the news.
Okay. Have you ever personally met her?
No, not personally. No.
Have you had any interactions with her at all?
No. Why would I have personal interactions with her?
Well, it's very difficult because I can't go into a lot of the evidence because obviously that's not part of what an urgent interview is. Okay. This interview is just about trying to find her.
Sure.
She's been missing for a while now.
I'm sat in handcuffs and you're asking me what I know her. So you must have something to say that I know her.
Well, as I said, you've been arrested on suspicion of kidnap, and we believe that you've been involved in her disappearance and taking her away from her family.
Okay.
So we are trying to find her. Obviously, everybody is very worried about her. She's got, parents. She's got, she's siblings. She's got a boyfriend. There's a lot of people that care about her.
Sure.
You've seen her on the news. There are people that are reaching out about her.
Sure.
Out there looking for her every day, and she's missing. And our job, our primary job here, is to find her and to try and find her safe and well.
Okay.
Now, we believe that you know something about where she is, and that's why we're here, to look for her and to try and find her. And that's why we're talking to you now, is to try and get you to have a good think about it and tell us anything you can about whether we might be able to find her.
Okay. Well, I am in financial, and I've been lent on by I don't know who they are. They're a group, a gang, whatever. And they told me, right, I need to go and pick up girls and give them to them. So I said, not happening. And it then came through that they're going to harm my family, take them away, and they'll use them instead. At that point I had no option to try and find somebody. So I don't, there's a couple of names. I was told a place to take her. That's it. That is all I know. And to this group of people.
Tell me about them. I need to find them. Tell me everything you know that I
Okay.
think that you'll help me.
There was a white Sprinter van. They it was between sort of Lenham, Maidstone area that I dropped her off. I still don't know. I don't know. They just I just parked my car up, and then the van come up behind me, flashed me. They all jumped out, and then they took this girl. They said, you've done good, and I don't know whether my family's going to be alright still. But they threatened to take my family away from me. So at that point, I'm doing what I can to protect my family. That's it. So all I know is that it was a roundabout. We could drive there now. I could show you. Roughly, I don't know Lenham, Maidstone area at all.
If we did it on Google, Maps, like Google Earth, if we drove it, would you
Right.
be able to do it?
I drove from Ashford to Maidstone.
Okay. Yeah.
There's a roundabout that breaks up, I guess. So This is the first big roundabout you come to. You would carry straight over to Maidstone, but instead I went round that roundabout and back up another road. And at that point, I was pulled over. You guys got out, opened my door, opened that door, pushed me out against the front of the car, took the girl, drove off. That's it. They said we'll be in touch. So I'm here. I'm off work with stress because I'm here to protect my family. I want to be here 24/7 for my family. They come from my family. I've got nothing myself. I've got no choice.
I'll go back through the route with you in a minute, alright? But how do they contact you? How did you contact them?
I tried to take over on one of their call girls and rip her off. So she's told them, and they've got me. So
How do they, no, but how do they contact you? How is it they've been in contact with you to make these threats?
they just tell me, be here, be here. So Hotel Burston down in Folkestone, got to be here. Okay, so I turned up. But I've got no mobile number, and they have got my mobile number.
They haven't.
They're obviously outside watching, following. I just, honestly,
How are they telling you to be there? Or be there? How is it they're giving those directions?
yeah, they'll come outside. So they'll be outside here,
Yeah.
and then they'll say, right, you're going to be in Folkestone at this time, or you're going to be in Ashford at this time. That's it. There's no links, no telephone numbers. I'm completely on my own, but at the same time being threatened. It had Romanian plates on the van, white, like Mercedes Sprinter type van.
It didn't take long before specialist police dogs discovered a body in a pond close to the land owned by Cousins. On March the 12th, less than a fortnight after Sarah's disappearance, Wayne Cousins was charged with the kidnapping, murder, and sexual assault, to which he pled guilty on July the 9th when he appeared in court at Old Bailey. He has been charged with 2 further counts of indecent exposure. And with that, folks, that brings us to the end of this video. I thank you so much for staying this long and watching the video up until the end. And this is my conclusion. According to the whole story, from what we learned, Wayne Cousins was a wolf in sheep clothing, and he took advantage of innocent civilians who trusted him because he was a police officer, and that led to the untimely demise of Sarah Everard. I believe a lot could have been done to stop it because there were previous offenses and people knew the kind of person he was. And to Sarah's family, my heartfelt condolences. I really hope you find peace.